Audible lets you enjoy all your audio entertainment in one app. You'll always find the best of what you love or something new to discover.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases.
I am currently listening to Drunkish by Stephanie Wilder Taylor. I really like Stephanie, and this is a book about leaving alcohol. It's called a Memoir of Loving and Leaving Alcohol, and I really dig her take on it. She's a funny person, and I love having her voice actually in my ear, reading it to me. New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/Crappens or text Crappens to 500-500.
Since 2013, Bombas has donated over 100 million socks, underwear, and T-shirts to those facing homelessness. If we counted those on air, this ad would last over 1,157 days. But if we counted the time it takes to make a donation possible, it would take just a few clicks. Because every time you make a purchase, Bombas donates an item to someone who needs it.
Go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code Wondery for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/Wondery, code Wondery.
If you live in Boise, Chicago, D.C., Denver, Houston, Las Vegas, Madison, Philly, Pittsburgh, Portland, or Salt Lake, it can be hard to find out what's happening in your city, like really happening. But a new local podcast called CityCast makes it easy. CityCast is a daily local podcast that keeps you in the know about what's happening. Episodes are short, completely local, and all about your city. You'll always be in the know about what's happening in town, like which restaurants you just have to try, the events you need to attend, and you'll even hear about hot local stories and controversies. Listen to CityCast on any podcast streaming platform by searching City Space Cast and your city name. Hear what your city is talking about with CityCast.
Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens. Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today, by my side, mere inches away from me, Mr. Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Well, hello.
It's our last recap before
Everything changes.
everything changes. Before the Golden Crappies. Ronnie is here in town for our big show that's happening on Saturday. Please join us. It's going to be great. We have so many people coming in to see this show from across the country. People are flying across the country for the show.
A lady sold plasma. I saw it on Twitter.
Really? Wow. Yeah.
Which, by the way, thank you. That's the sweetest thing I ever read. I just read it this morning because I was awake too early scrolling through there.
Yeah, there are several hundred people that are going to be there at the Palace Theater.
We're so excited.
It's going to be, the energy is going to be great. It's going to be a great vibe. We have got great guests. We have fun things planned. So if you are in Southern California or anywhere in the world, come fly in, and we're going to have a great time. That's going to be on Saturday. But if you can't make it, you can still watch it because Moment is streaming it, and they're doing a kick-ass job. They're bringing in a jib. This is our first show with a jib. Can you even believe we're at a place now where we have a jib?
A jib.
We have a jib. That's like the thing. That's like the arm that they put a camera on. They move it and it goes up and down. I'm so excited to see how this is going to look. So this is like a whole thing, and we can't wait. Cannot wait.
I want a drone.
Next year, a drone.
I want a drone to just fly around my head.
Next year, let's make it let's make it live from Central Park. Ben and Ronnie live from Central Park, and there'll be drones.
So stupid. All right. Well, that's going to be so much fun. So thanks to everybody in advance. Can't wait to see you. Okay. Get dressed up. And now it is time for Real Housewives of Miami. And the title of the episode is Adios, Miami. No. Adios, Mexico. Wait, is that what it's called?
Mexico, I think.
No, it says Adios, Miami. Well, I wrote Adios, Miami. I don't know.
I can look.
No, it doesn't, literally does not matter. Okay.
Adios somewhere.
So we open with one of my favorite things, a Todd and Alexia scene. Yeah. She's like, Todd, these girls, we have to get out of here, Todd. And Todd's like, okay. First of all, she goes, wait, is that Coco? Is that Coco on the couch? Let me talk to Coco. Coco, get off the couch. And Todd's like, Coco, I would like to apologize. To you and yours.
Dear Alexia, Coco and I would like to apologize because we have not FaceTimed you enough while you're in Mexico. For this grave injustice, we will send you a box of Godiva chocolates.
The good stuff. Otherwise known as the good stuff.
The good stuff.
So she's doing that. Nicole is talking to her mom, saying that they're going to be going to a market. And then she's going to go to the airport because she has to leave early. And then Lisa's talking to Jody. And she goes, hey, babe, I haven't showered yet, so I'm going to put a whole bunch of makeup on my face.
Yeah, you know what? It's hard to even take a shower. I'm mentally paralyzed.
Do you know how difficult it is to decide between hot and cold water? There's so much to think about because these were things that Lenny used to do for me.
Lenny.
Lenny.
And Jody's like, oh, yeah, so you guys are going to be signing the divorce agreement soon, all right? Anything going on? You done it? How's there not spit coming down Jody's fucking face, man? Is Jody alive? Can someone put a mirror under his nose?
I just want to know when he got his jaw wired shut. Like, what did we miss a motorcycle accident? What happened here? So Lisa's like, yeah, it's just like I'm closing like a huge chapter in my life. I don't know if Lenny is going to sign his side of the paperwork. That's what I'm worried about.
So Nicole comes over and Lisa's like, I just can't handle any more fighting. And Nicole tells her, it's like fight or flight that you're in. Because, like, you've got so much going on at home with Lenny that, like, here you're like, maybe it's still going on in your head. So you're like, should I fight or should you be like me and take a flight? Because, like, I have a private plane. So.
Yeah. And Nicole, this is smart of Nicole because she gave Lisa language that she can use to apologize.
That's a good friend.
Yeah.
She literally came in and gave Lisa lines to use later.
Yeah, she did because Lisa can't apologize to Kiki. Lisa is not able to say, I'm an asshole. I'm a privileged asshole, and I was an asshole to you, and I'm sorry for that. But what she can't say is, I was an asshole, but it's because of Lenny.
And Nicole knows that if she came in and she told Lisa, you really messed up, and this is what you need to tell Kiki.
Yeah.
Lisa wouldn't listen to her. She'd be stubborn and be like, oh, really? So I'm the one at fault? So instead, she just gave her language that she could then steal and pretend it was her own language.
Right.
And she totally manipulated her into doing the right thing. I mean, very well done.
Very, very well done.
Yeah.
So Lisa's Nicole's like, so do you have any like support from your family? And Lisa's like, nah, my mom is super old school. She's still in Canada. She's coming in next week. I haven't seen her in a while, which I am so excited to see Lisa's mom because I'm so fascinated to know, like, Lisa's facial origin story a little bit, Like, I feel like we came in with Lisa already having had a lot of work done, and I just want to know what Lisa looked like at a certain point. And
I've seen pictures of her when she was younger, and she actually looks the same, which is bizarre. I know. She looks like that's her face.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of work and enhancements and stuff like that. I'm not taking away from that.
I thought it was like a Larsa Pippen situation.
No. She's always looked like that. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Yeah. They showed her a picture of her as a baby, and she actually had melons holding up her head. Like they didn't even have... No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine like a baby with gigantic implants? Whatever implants they did right when she came out. No, but I saw her in a, young... I almost said college, LOL. But a young picture, and she looked fairly similar.
Yeah, I did hear that when she came out of the womb, she was like,
Lenny. Oh gosh. Okay, so yeah, we hear a little bit about Lisa that her parents were always fighting, and she grew up in a really rough household because they hated each other, but they stayed together. Just, I guess, for the kids. But then Lisa had a bad relationship with her dad, so she was always looking for, like, daddy figures. And so she started dating, like, old guys when she was, like, 16 or something.
She said that...
Did I get that right?
Yeah, she said that when she was 16, she decided to leave home because it was an uncomfortable childhood. So she started dating a guy and was taken in by his family. And then at 18, she moved in with another guy she was dating. And then she goes, I've always been in these relationships. Maybe it stems from daddy issues. Well, I always felt protected by them. I was like, oh, maybe daddy issues. Huh. Maybe. I don't know. Seems pretty obvious to me. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. Glad she considered it.
So then everyone's getting ready to go out. Some people are leaving. Nicole has to leave early, and so does whoever else. Lisa, I think, has to leave early.
Yeah.
So they gather. Kiki goes to give Lisa nice hugs. She's like, "Oh my God, you're not going to beat me up, are you?" She did not say that today, actually.
Yes.
Thankfully.
Shockingly.
And Kiki's like, "I don't like to hold grudges. So hopefully she recognized that she did something wrong with me." And so then we get in the van, and it's a little chilly still. And Lisa's like, "Yeah, you know what? It just hurt my feelings last night. It's not easy finding out all your friends are annoyed with me." Well, really, it should be getting easier because it's happened to you every episode this season, Lisa.
But this was the first episode where Lisa actually vaguely listened to someone and actually heard feedback.
The first time she heard it. So did this episode end with them saying next week on the season finale?
Yes.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How are they doing? Look, I know we complained that there's too many housewives on at one time, but now what are we supposed to do?
Well, we have Summer House coming up, so there's that.
Okay.
Does that make it? I don't know if that makes it any better. Yeah, because what is going to be coming down the
Well,
pipe?
I guess we'll still have reunion months for both Beverly Hills and Erica starting too.
Erica's
I read that they're
spinoff.
kicking the reunion for Miami to a different night, and they're putting Erica's show on instead.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of doing two reunions at the same time is always rough for us. Yeah, but let's see, New Jersey's got to be coming around the corner. It's got to be. New Jersey's got to be coming soon, and then, but I don't know what other.
Dubai,
things.
New York.
Dubai apparently is coming back in June or something.
Yeah. There you go.
So
soon.
there you go.
Time's ticking. Okay, so
We do
anyway.
have Potomac still, if that's any consolation.
Yay. Okay, so where are we? Kiki doesn't like to hold grudges. Okay, so then in the other van, Kiki's like, well, I just wanted to ask questions about... What were you going to say?
What you're saying right
It's
now.
like, I just want someone to ask me questions about my life. And Alexia's like, good luck, because she doesn't do that. No, she doesn't do it. Marisol, just talk to her. Tell her, Marisol.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, we've known her for 13 years. And this is what she said. And Marisol was like, yeah, I was walking down the street and I said, and then it cuts to a flashback of Marisol in the flashback saying to Lisa, well, I'm going to get married to hubby again. We're going to have a vow renewal in Scotland.
Where?
Who? Talking about
what?
Who?
Vow renewal in Scotland. Are there a bunch of guys named Scott in that land, or it's a place?
On Beverly Hills, we talk about how Kyle is so bad actually listening to her friends, but nothing compares to Lisa.
Lisa's the worst.
Who's like, you have a husband? There's a man in your life?
She's like, what? So she's like, oh my God, forget it. Steve, I'm talking about Steve. Oh God. That girl's in her own world. So Alexia's like, you know who Lisa's about? Lisa. And she's been that way her whole life, I think. So I hope when she leaves this stage of her life, she'll be less selfish, but I'm not gonna hold my breath about it.
That will not be happening anytime soon. I can't believe. But to be fair, Steve is not very memorable. So that is one thing going for Lisa.
And I don't think they were married either. Wasn't that the thing last year, that they didn't really even have a real marriage, that they just showed up to Mexico and were like, all right, person on the beach, tell us we're married. We're married now.
Yeah, I can never really keep track of Marisol. I do remember there was one season where we watched her get married on the top of a Swiss Alp or something. Wasn't she? She was on a snowy mountaintop getting married. It was so bizarre.
Yeah.
Yesteryear. So now we arrive at this market, and it's cute. There's lots of tchotchkes and fun stuff. And Alexia's like, oh, well, look, there's hot sauce. I'm going to get some hot sauce for Peter. Well, Peter, he loves hot sauce. God, I love Peter. He loves it so much.
Yeah.
The hot sauce,
I said, Peter, you should try this hot sauce. It has a punch. And then he did it. And then it happened to be in a homeless person's face. But you know what? It was my fault, really, the whole time.
He's like an artist. He's
yeah.
He does as an artist.
He just wanted to taste what I told him to taste. It was never his fault. Peter. It's not. So then Lisa really is the worst. How long has Lisa lived in Miami? And Lisa walks into this market and goes, you have anything for kids? Babies, little. Wow.
She still does not.
You don't know how to even say Spanish kids? Word. How many freaking people do you have around your house?
And Lisa's like, I want to get Jody something. I'll just order him something online. It's like, well, that takes the charm away from a souvenir. So then they're
literally every person on this show speaks Spanish, and she doesn't know how to say kids. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to let that go.
How do you say children in Spanish?
Damn it, don't put me on the spot. I don't live in Miami. And I actually know the answer. I'm from El Paso. I know the answer, and I'm still like, what? Because now I'm put on the spot.
I just took a Duolingo Spanish lesson.
To hijos. Let me
Hijos?
see, kids.
I know that apples are manzanas. Guys, I'm working on it.
And teachers are maestros. Hold on. Are maestras. Kids in Spanish. I think it's hijos.
Mujer is a lady.
Niñas y niños. Yeah.
Well,
when
that
you
was
say
boy and
hijos,
girl.
it's like my kids.
Okay, got it. But
Yeah.
I do know mujer because that means woman. That's how far I am in my Spanish on Duolingo, is that I've learned apples and women.
El cabrito. El chico. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go, everybody. Don't say you didn't learn anything.
I want you to ask me a question like Duolingo, because they're always like, how do you say I'm holding an apple? It's like, il, como. Okay.
They
So-
kept talking about a green shirt. I had to give up Duolingo. They just kept saying, ask the man about his green shirt. I'm like, I'm sick of talking about the man's damn shirt.
Leave Robin Hood alone. So now there's like crickets to eat, and so Kiki, there's a lady saying, "Oh, the crickets actually have more protein than steak. You should really have one," and everything. So Kiki puts one in her mouth, and then Adriana's like, "Don't eat that. You're going to get sick." And Alexia starts scolding Adriana. She's like, I brought you guys to Mexico for the whole experience. You have to have the experience." And so Kiki's like, "Did you have one?" "Oh, no.
No,
No,
not me.
Not
Just
me,
you.
not Peter.
I get my protein in another way. I'm sorry about it. And so Kiki swallows it, and she's like, believe it or not, that was not my first bug. I've swallowed so many things down in my throat.
So then
That's her running thing, is just talking about how much head she gives for the rest of the episode.
No, it's things she's got caught in her throat. By the way, chew the cricket and then swallow. So then Nicole finds a Jacob's ladder, like one of those like blocks with the ribbons on it, where it clacks out and opens up. It's like a classic kind of tchotchke toy. And Nicole's like, "Hey Julia, remember this from growing up?" And Julia's like, "Oh, we do not have those in Russia." I'm like, God, Russia is more bleak than I ever thought. Like, you don't even have like a simple wooden toy with a ribbon attached to it that goes clack, 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 clack.
We don't even have a regular ladder. If you want to get something off shelf, you stand on goat.
We call it goat's ladder, and it's just a goat on a goat.
It's called goat there.
Your toy is a goat.
If you need to get higher, you put goat on goat.
Our version of tic-tac-toe is putting pile of dirt on goat, and that's it.
Our tic-tac-toe is goat, goat, goat.
You have to arrange goats in squares and just hope that they stay in position, and then you win. Goat.
Okay, so then makes another giving head joke. And then she's like, okay, Lisa, we need to talk, Lisa. I'm going to take off my glasses so that you could see that I'm sincere.
You gotta throw him at me.
Okay, that's enough of that. No, I understand it got heated, and I said things to you, and I feel horrible. So I was impressed with Lisa because someone finally told her, Lisa, just say you're sorry. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all you need to do, Lisa.
Well, we're both guilty of saying horrible stuff, and I want to apologize for saying I can't heal your childhood trauma. And then I also said, shut the fuck up. And I was like angry with what I'm going through. And I'm a more angry person I've ever been because I'm fighting all the time. All I do is fight. That's what I do. It's Lenny's fault.
And she's like, we've been through similar things. We should be closer to each other. So they hug and they decide to let it go, which is nice. And then Marisol is doing something wacky. She's like, oh, guess what? I love piñatas. So tonight, I'm going to put together a piñata for the birthday girls. And let me tell you, it was going to be one wacky piñata. All right.
God, I love being a gay icon. So Lisa and Nicole leave because they have to go to the airport, so they're gone. And then Lisa's like, I wish things weren't said, but I'm consumed with legal stuff. A lot of emotions, a lot of Lenny. And Kiki and everyone else happen to be a casualty to all that. But you know who's not a casualty? Those dogs. They finally got to eat some good food.
So then Gertie is sick, we find out, so she's going to be out for this episode. And then Kiki comes over to Marisol's room, and she's brought her a basket of dicks. And that is what this grand piñata is going to be.
It's going to be a piñata full of dildos. So now, meanwhile, it's time, because it's before dinner, it's time to FaceTime people. So Marcus FaceTimes Larsa, and he's like, yeah, are you excited for the Aluho dinner? Like, really, are you excited? She's like, yeah, I'm excited, like, to see, like, Oliver and Adam and JP and Vinny, like, and they're going to, like, be there and, like, XYZ and this and that. And, like, I'm excited for the girls to finally, like, taste, like, Aluho, like, and enjoy it, like, as much as I do. Like, 10 years ago, my dad called me up and said, do you want to make this tequila? And then, like, one of his friends has a distillery in Mexico, like, and, like, I just couldn't commit to it 10 years ago, like, but, like, fast forward to, like, 2.5 years ago, like, and I still couldn't commit to it, like, and then fast forward to, like, about a few days ago, like, and someone said, do you want to be part of this tequila, like, and I was like, I think I can do that, like, as long as it doesn't keep me away from Marcus too long, because we have separation anxiety, like.
Yeah, like, I've already, like, spent, like, $800, like, dollars, I feel like, on it. So, like, it has to, like, be, like, the best, like, tequila in the world. Could you do something maybe less Kardashian? I mean, my God, you're already carrying around 5 of those faces. You're not even taking the other ones off before you get the new one. You're just like wallpapering over the wallpaper. It's like if Mission Impossible, when Tom rips off of his mask and he's the other person underneath or whatever. It's like if he just never cleaned his face and just kept putting mask over mask over mask. Like, how many face changes are you going to do? And now you're taking their businesses as well? Stop. Just stop.
Marcus is like, I really can't wait to see you again. And she's like, I know, like, serious separation anxiety, like. Oh, and they broke up, by the way, in case you.
They might be back.
Of course, but
they followed each other again on Instagram. I know you're all wondering. I know you're all worried about it. Listen, I was certainly worried about it.
We just need to get a final answer before the crappies, so we know exactly what to put in memoriam. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now the girls do the gathering in the lobby thing, and we see Alexia like, I'm here to support Larsa, but I just don't like how she goes about it. And then we get you have a Todd. I don't have a Todd, like.
Alexia says, I mean, like, don't try to be better than me and say I have a Todd. Like, you had a Scotty for 23 years. And by the way, Larsa, you're getting half of Scotty's retirement.
I know, that's hilarious, Larsa's whole.
But I'm, like, poor, like I do it all on my own, like.
As she talks about investing $800,000 of her money into a tequila. I'm like poor. So,
yeah.
It's like really hard, like.
Yeah. So Larsa said that they're in the vans, and she's like, I'm just like really bummed that only 5 of us are going to the tequila thing tonight. And Lexia's like, no, there's 6. And Larsa, this is where we get some great counting off. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. And Lexia goes, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6.
And it's Adriana. She's like, don't forget Adriana. She's like, yeah, don't forget me. It's like,
oh, so it's like 5 then, like.
What if we gave you all letters? XYZ. We have XYZ, but we don't have a W.
Okay, so now they go over to the tasting, and they meet these guys there. And she's like,
oh my God, hi, Annie, Frank, Oliver, June, John, and Danny.
Actually, our names are JP, Oliver, and Adam. Yeah, like I say, Robert, Rolando, and Joanne.
Hi, Sep. Hi, hi, Ra. Hi, Shun. Hi, A. Hi, Ngs. Hi, A. Hi, T. Separation anxiety, like.
3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, XYZ, this and that. Separation anxiety, I've got so much. We have literally been working so hard on this, literally.
I've been like working like so hard, like that's why it's like the first like time I've ever like been here, like.
And then they show the guy. He's like, "Let me tell you about this tequila. It tastes like chocolate." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sold." I just hated on Larsa's thing, but now I'm like, I will drink your chocolate tequila. Bring it to me.
And actually, the bottle is like a. It looks sort of like it's like a future pretzel. It's kind of like a ring. It's a little vaginal too, but like it's cool. It has like a big hole in the middle. So I kind of like the bottle.
I don't understand it. It's like a tube.
Yeah, it was.
I don't understand.
I kind of liked it. It was something you could hold on to. It was like something if you get 2 of them and put them onto like rings, you could do some workouts. It was like TRX. It was like the base of a TRX rope.
Okay, you're making it more fun, but it looks when the bottle takes that much effort. I feel like you could have put more effort into the tequila. You know what I mean? Like, where's the candy coating on it?
Well, because I feel like all these tequilas probably come from the same place, and
it's all
they
the
just
same,
have to get like a different bottle.
Yeah, guaranteed. It's like it's Kylie's or whatever her name is, whichever one has a tequila.
This is where 818 tequila comes from. It's probably the same person who's doing 818, whatever Kathy's was, Sol, Del Sol, or whatever, Vita Tequila, they're all coming out of this one place.
Yeah.
Bethany's, you know.
It's
You know what's the worst is when you are shopping online and you're so excited for everything in your cart and then you look and everything's going to arrive in like 5 weeks and you're like, why am I even doing this? And you just give up. I hate that. Don't you, Ronnie?
Oh my God, I hate that. And also when it's so expensive. I mean, listen, shipping can make or break a sale. And as your business grows, ShipStation can help optimize how you ship your orders so you can stay competitive while you scale up.
ShipStation is really great for all of this stuff. They've got a free trial and quick setup. It's really easy to try things out before you commit or get started right away.
Their dashboard is so user-friendly. You can easily automate shipping tasks. You can manage orders in one simple dashboard.
You know, one thing also that's really cool is that ShipStation has enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. And like, as your business grows, you can really just save thousands on shipping costs because of that.
ShipStation has industry-leading discounted rates from USPS, UPS, DHL, and Global Post with discounts up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. Optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Use promo code Crappens today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 60-day trial.
That's ShipStation.com, promo code Crappens.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So anyway, Larsa's like, so Marisol just walks away in the middle of it. She's like, well, I don't drink tequila unless it's masked and Margaret. Can someone get Marisol a real drink? Listen, I don't like strong booze. I know you're all surprised to hear that. All my Marisol heads out there. We call them the Marys. All the Marys. All my Mary army rise up.
Hey, Mary. Oh my God, they love me. It's the gays, you see?
I know everyone's shocked, but I don't like strong booze.
Let me tell you where they really loved me. Black sitcoms in the 90s, okay?
Hey, Mary.
It's like Jack Gay. She's like, that's right, girl. That's right. It's me.
They asked me to do a cameo on Martin, but I was like, I'm too busy.
Hey, Mary.
I'll tell you where they also love me. They love me in shows in the 80s about Phil Hartman. It's always Mary Hartman. Am I right?
Children even love me. Had a little lamb. Heard of it? So
they ask for more. They always want more. That's why there was that show, Mary Tyler Moore. But I had to tell them I don't work with tiles.
Oh my God! Like even Jesus, like he named his birthday after me.
Every Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Mary Army, rise up. Hashtag Mary Army.
I'm gonna redo the Easter scene. Instead of a boulder moving out of the way, it's just going to be a giant conky that Jesus pushes to the side and drinks on his way out to heaven.
So Larsa again tries to smooth things over with Lexia. She goes, Alexia, like, I know we butted heads before.
You butted heads with me. That's what happened. You butted heads with me. Because, like, you had a head and I had a head and you butted it.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Like, this and that and, like, XYZ. I just really wanted you to support me on this because I just, like, work really hard.
Yeah, we all work really hard. All of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took an elevator today, by the way.
I took an elevator. It was so hard.
Yeah.
I took a stair to an elevator.
Stuck, so I went through a lot today.
Oh, really? Well, let me tell you what I got stuck. Peter, okay? Peter's stuck in traffic right now. You want to call him? It's really hard for him. He works really hard, too.
I would, but I lost my phone.
Oh, really? I'm phoning your loss to Todd.
You could have just said that you lost your phone also, but in a more tragic way.
No, I want it to be worse. She's like, we all work really hard and like we all do really different things from each other, but like we support each other, right? Because like to you and your cockies, Marisol, then, okay, let me do a cheers now with this tequila that somebody I'm not really sure about made. Wow, Marisol, congratulate you on your cockies. And you know what, to me and to Frankie too on our beauty bar, because that's the thing that we have, to Adriana on, singing terrible music in front of gay people to a record player, to Nicole, I don't even know if she has a job. To Marisol, she did things one time. She knows a guy named Steve. So,
oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call from Toad.
Dear Larsa, we are extraordinarily proud of your tequila. We love it so much, we can't wait to drink more and more of it, and that's why I have arranged for a small box of Godiva chocolates to be sent to the restaurant that you're eating at right now. Signed, Todd.
Yeah, you know what? I know she works really hard on her tequila brand that she's had for 2 minutes, but she says like she's a hustler. Okay, well, if you want my support about it, be nice then.
I just love that Larsa is just trying to be sort of nice, and Alexia still can't help but be like, but you are.
She cannot stand that somebody suggested that she lives off Todd's money. She's like, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
So I called like Adam and Oliver and that third one with the scoliosis, and I said I want to do an Alujo necklace. So he made me like a necklace, and
Alexia goes, oh yeah, that's the brand. That's like your brand.
Yeah, that's the point. That's why it's called an Alujo lead necklace. And I was just like, oh, I want to do something nice for the girls. So but he's like, I can only make 3 this week, not 6. So here are like diamond necklaces of my brand for Julia, Kiki, and Alexia.
Yeah, like happy birthday, like even though like Alexia's like trying to kick me while I'm like not even down, like because like, you know.
And Kiki's like, okay, so wow, I gave you a diamond necklace for your birthday, but now you're like a billboard.
Larsa, I love Larsa.
I just, it's like really hard to do things on your own. I have to do everything on your own. Hi, can you make some diamond necklaces for my friends? Thanks, bye.
How tacky. Like, happy birthday. Here's my logo to wear.
I know. Could you imagine like,
everywhere
a friend
you go.
at like Coca-Cola and they're like, here, I got you a diamond necklace. And it's the Coca-Cola logo.
Yeah, and then someone carried this. They carried this fight onto Instagram too, which was pretty funny. Let me see how far down it is, because you never know. Marcus and Larsa Pippen, guys, they were together at a florist on Valentine's Day.
Oh my
Marcus and Larsa have refollowed each other, guys. I should not have gotten into my phone because now I'm about to start sobbing about Marcus
totally
and
re-edit the in memoriam again.
and Lobster. I almost called her Marcus and Lobster.
She is a
I almost
lobster.
called them. Hold on. Where is this? That's my blood pressure. Not doing great, guys. There's my new headshots. Those look really good.
I need new headshots.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But the point was they were sniping at each other on Instagram, and Kiki's like, oh, thanks a lot. Like, for my birthday, you give me a brand to wear. And then Lars is like,
Yeah, but like, thanks a lot for being a bad friend. And like, also like for crediting the wrong jeweler, like with my necklace when you put it on Instagram.
I'm like, okay, so now you're complaining that she's actually showing off the necklace on Instagram?
Yeah, and I'm miscrediting it.
His name is Jared. The name is Jared.
Just Jared.
He went to Jared.
That was a blog, right? Just Jared?
It is a blog. It continues to be a blog, but it's also a jeweler that you might find in many malls.
Yeah.
So now they're sitting down for dinner, and Marisol is struggling to walk upstairs. And then Larsa is like,
You know what's crazy, guys? Like, even though sometimes like we don't get along, like because like we're so busy trying to, do things for our Todds and stuff and like that. But
and Marisol's like, what do you mean sometimes? All the time, am I right? That was a joke for the Merry Army.
That's a joke for you, Marys.
Want to give a shout out to all my Marys. If you want to join the fan club, you can send a letter to the post office, and I'll get right back to you soon.
Oh my God! Look over there at that girl in the tux and that guy, or that girl in a gown, that guy in the tux. They are real fans. Getting married, huh? Congrats.
Hashtag Merry Army. So, I'm just gonna say that for like the next 3 weeks.
Merry Army.
Hashtag Merry Army. So Adriana's like, isn't it funny how like last year we were at separate tables, but like this year, like we're not. Like what? Like I
That
just
was
wore
so
you
funny.
down.
That was so funny. And then we see clips of last year when they were on the beach, and Adriana was like, "I broke my foot," and so no one would speak to them, and so they had to sit at their own table on Julia's birthday. I was dying. And they were like right behind each other, weren't they?
And,
the tables.
yeah, and Adriana's acting like, things have been like, water under the bridge. No, they're just worn down. They just can't even be bothered
Just tired.
anymore. They just can't. They can't.
Okay, so then Lars is like,
Okay, guys, let's like play a game. Like, if you guys could like take anyone like from like I feel like anyone in like this room, like what would you like take from them? Like,
That's such a Larsa question. If you could take something from someone, what would it be like?
Yeah.
So, Adriana's like, oh no, sorry. Alexa's like, oh, well, you know, Kiki, I like her energy. So, like, she comes into the room and lights up the room. So I take Kiki's energy.
Yeah. And Adriana's like, well, if I could take anything, I would take Marcus. And they're like, boom. And then Marisol's like, oh my gosh, she said that while like she was licking her glass like a perv. Larsa, are you jealous of other girls? It's no, good, what? Jealous? Like, I feel like jealous, what?
What? I mean, I'm feeling selfish. I still get jealous. What? I don't know. Like, no, I don't. Have I ever, like, thrown a drink at a girl who would, like, walk by Marcus? Maybe. No, I'm not jealous at all.
So,
like, no.
you don't get jealous if a girl comes up to him at bar? No, what?
No, what? Like,
What?
no, women, I like women. No, like, what? Like, not worried at
But
all.
what
like,
if his father, Michael Jordan, like, if he totally approves of you, yes or no?
Who, what? Like, what? Like, yeah, Jordan, Michael Jordan, yeah, Air Jordan's, like, yeah, I'm like, yes, like, we're, like, great relationship, like, yeah, like, what? Who, what?
Larsa's like, yeah, because, like, today, like, you know, I posted a picture, and then, like, his mom commented and, like, gave it 3 hearts. So,
Yeah, that's like 3 hearts. 3 hearts beating for just one mind, like, you know, like, I'm just like, yeah, it's no problem, like, no
but what
jealousy,
about
like,
father?
yeah, like, father, like, son, like, fathers are cool, people should have fathers, like,
But does he approve?
he approves, but he's approved, like, what, like, who are we talking about?
Yeah, but,
I'm
like,
not-
does he approve of your relationship?
oh, like, with what, like, my relationship
But-
with food is, like, very healthy, like, so, yeah, he does approve like that, yeah.
And Julie's like, oh man, this girl's hard to crack, right? She will not break. And Marisol is saying, well, I'm leaving for my summer vacation soon, but what is this vacation? Like,
What was this like?
everybody's
Downton Abbey
leaving.
exit. Like, I gotta go to the country. I'm gonna go on vacation now. I love Marisol making her grand finale all of a sudden.
Well, everybody's just leaving early. So she's like, well, I've got to leave for my summer vacation because we're going to be doing our vow renewal in Scotland.
Who? With what? What do you have?
Oh my
What's
God,
her
I left my FaceTime turned on. Monkeys, just stop worrying about it, okay?
I was wondering where that voice was coming from.
So she goes, but before I go, we're going to do something wacky. The gays love it. Stick your hand in this piñata.
So they stick it in, and Julia pulls out a black dildo. And they're like, oh my God. And everyone's pulling out dildos. And then they start throwing the dildos around. And they're like, oh my God, wacky dildo, throwing dildos. I'm like, you guys are in a restaurant. What are you guys doing throwing
At
dildos
the end
around?
of the day, they reached in that pinata and they still got cockies. Thank you. Coming to no stores near you. Goodbye.
Just want everyone in Scotland to get ready. A gay icon is coming to you. So put on your kilts because this old pinata is ready to spread the joy. See you soon.
All right, guys, this trip's over. Let's go back to Miami and watch Julia vacuum a dog.
I just want to also, I also want to mention real quickly that not only were they throwing dildos, they brought cakes out and then they started throwing cake at each other. So I'm
There was
like-
just so much wackiness.
I was like, what? I was like mortified. I was like, you guys are in a restaurant. You guys, you're in a restaurant. Okay.
Guys, where's the manners?
Looks like I'm going to get my card, my membership card of the Merry Army revoked with all this anti-wackiness that I'm expressing. So they're back in Miami. Yeah, Julia's vacuuming Zorro's hair. And Gertie is still sick in bed asking for Gatorade from Russell. And then we see a Rolls Royce pulling up, and Alexia has arriving at the De Moya Foundation with Frankie. We went to the De Moya Foundation last year, and I love Lily De Moya because she has this foundation but seems to hate Alexia. I think last year she was like, okay, so yeah, what are you doing here? Are you gonna drop off your kid? Like, what's going on? He's gonna take an Uber. Okay, relax, get over it.
Yeah, and she's like, no, but he needs me. She's like, why are you even in here? You're supposed to be in your car. No, I can't stay in the car without Frankie. Okay, Frankie, don't forget your iPad. It's like,
yeah, you can't look at Frankie right now. He's working on a computer with one of our people. Okay, yeah, I won't. Hold on one second. I'm just going to go into the room with Frankie and the computer. No, get back here, Alexia.
so we see that we see all the stuff he's been learning, like they've been trying to teach him independence and stuff like that. And then Alex is like, oh, like, I don't know if I told you, but I was like talking about Peter at Uber. And he said, or about an Uber. And he said, Mom, we cannot put my brother in an Uber. And he was upset that I even considered it because psychologically he said we're not ready for it. But, like, what are you going to do?
But then Peter was like, actually put him in it because, and we'll use my account so that way I can get my star rating up. So then, basically, Alexia says that they're actually going to move into the house, the apartment that they already looked at earlier this season. And that,
Poor thing. Oh my God. It's like she's talking about moving into one of the shacks we just saw on the side of the river. I mean, she's like, yeah, we couldn't find anything else. So unfortunately, we're going to have to move into that apartment. Poor Frankie. She's going to have to. It's like, that is an amazing fucking place. I cannot believe Alexia. But she's saying it's going to be hard for him to get used to the new space or whatever.
Right. And Lily's like, okay, well, here's one thing you can do. Just leave that house. Okay, you're enabling him. And, by the way, once he goes to work, you're not going to be able to go in there and give him a report card. Okay. And she says, yeah, but like if he's working in a restaurant, I'll go in there and I'll eat in there. She's
I can eat it. I can eat in there.
She goes, if I catch you in a restaurant that Frankie is working in, I am single-handedly going to have you arrested.
Okay, well, I'm going to go, but I guess I'm going to leave. I'm going to go say bye to Frankie. She's like, no, you're not. Don't come in next time.
By the way, Ronnie, look how scenic our backdrop is becoming. Looks beautiful.
Guys, right now Mexico is just, the sunset's popping in Mexico. It's about to happen. It's like golden hour right now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we have a webcam on behind us. That's the beach resort.
Yeah.
So now we have Lisa at Jody's, and they're having tequila that's not Larsa's, notably. And Jody's like, so, like, how are you feeling about, like, all that stuff and everything? Like, you feeling good about it? Like,
it's like a huge weight off my shoulders. And he's like, well, at least you're gonna have an amazing place to live soon. It's like he's like a ventriloquist without a doll to talk through.
No wonder why he's dating Lisa. Jody, stop putting your hands in my butt. Sorry, it's just. So she goes, I cannot believe that Lenny signed the paperwork. Thank God we did not have to go to court. He agreed to build me a beautiful waterfront home for me and the kids to live in, and I'm beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Just so happens our house is at the end of a tunnel, so I think that's what I'm seeing.
By the way, none of this has happened still.
None of it will ever happen.
I Googled it.
Bamboozled her. Do we ever think that Lenny's going to build a house for Lisa?
A waterfront home for Lisa? No. And he's like, oh, we should go look at your new place. And she's asking questions to him. And he goes, yeah, because you guys like that plan. And we find out that Jody is the one who did the plans because during COVID, Jody was going to build a house, but it was too expensive. So he renovated a house instead. But the house he designed now has been chosen by Lenny.
Because it was put on a website. So, like, is this like a Hitchcockian murder plan that's happening?
Something weird.
Something weird. Like, it's like Lenny's going to build the house for Jody, and in return, Jody's going to, like, off Lisa for Lenny or something. Like, I don't know what is happening.
He's going to build Jody's house because he knows Jody is going to want to move into this house. Then Jody moves into the house, and he can stop paying Lisa any kind of...
That's so good.
I mean, come on. It's not going to...
Good.
It didn't just happen that Lenny just happened to find some random house that Jody made.
Yeah, that is exactly it. He's going to trap... Like, Jody's going to move into his dream house, and then all of a sudden, he's going to trigger the tripwire that nullifies everything that is owed to Lisa.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's so evil, I have to respect it. It's so evil.
Well, and it's also so obvious that you know that Lisa is going to just do it,
Yeah.
She's going to do it.
That is hilarious. Oh, my God. Like, my mind is blown. It is so good. I mean, Lenny's a craven, terrible person. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's just that like Lisa falling for this trap because like they're so this is such a strange promise to make to your ex.
Yeah,
and also the fact that it's the plans. I was like, I think to me, my reading of it was just that it was just going to distract them from whatever bullshit Lenny's going to pull in the meantime. Like they're going to focus on this house without realizing that other things are going to get pulled away from them.
Maybe. But
I love that idea that this gets a lure to get Jody to move in. Yeah, to nullify.
And they're both going to just fall right for it.
From Wondery, this is Black History for Real. I'm Francesca Ramsey.
And I'm Conscious Lee.
What do most people think about when they hear the words Black History?
Rosa Parks, Reconstruction, MLK, February, Black History Month.
Exactly. There are so many stories of Black history that we just are not really talking about or thinking about, especially outside of February. And we are about to flip the script on all of that. Because on this show, you're going to hear a little less
In August 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
And a little bit more.
She is a heroine to some. As a fighter for black rights, she is a villain to others.
Follow Black History for Real on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Listen everywhere on February 5th, or you can listen early and ad-free on Wondery Plus starting January 29th. Join Wondery Plus on the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Black is beautiful. Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So then Lisa goes over this whole story that sounds completely crazy. She goes, yeah, so what about him randomly picking your plants? That's crazy, right? And then Jody's like, yeah, let me show you. I saw a 3D model of it. It's like the most exciting thing that's ever happened.
This model, this rendering, is like a gorgeous house. Lenny is never, ever,
He's not
ever going to
building
buy
this
it,
house.
regardless of whether this is like this conspiracy theory that's going to happen. No way. Lisa's going to get a 1-story house by like some sort of
Publix.
like a pond. Pond
it's going to be a Publix grocery store
on the
girl.
mainland. By Publix. It's a Publix that has this could be a Publix that has a leaky pipe, and that will be the waterfront.
Yeah. She's not getting this. But they're buying it right now, and they're really excited. So he's showing her this 3D model. And Jody's also really ready to settle down because he's like, okay, yeah, look at these plants I made. Okay, so on the first floor, it's a pantry for the kitchen, and in the kitchen, and there's a hot tub in it. And then you go outside, and there's a hot tub. And then you go to the second floor where there's a library, and there's no books, but there's a hot tub. And then a secret hot tub that you pull a book, and then a bookcase opens, and there's a secret book, a hot tub behind it. She's like, how many hot tubs do you need?
That is such a bizarre, amount of hot tub. I think more than one hot tub is excessive. I get it.
He's like hot tubs are great.
If you have a multi-story place, Dom and I, our place is like a townhome. So it's narrow and has all its floors. And so I have a pair of scissors on each floor because you know what? Sometimes if you forget the scissor downstairs, you don't want to go all the way up and down.
I do too.
Yeah, you sort of duplicates.
Yeah.
Duplicates of scissors. I don't need a duplicate of a hot tub, though. A hot tub on every floor? No need.
Yeah, that's funny. So they go over this. This house is really good looking. Never going to happen.
5 years from now, when we both have hot tubs on all floors, guess what? We realized the hot tub thing is great.
Okay, so now we go to a restaurant called Claw with a K. And Nicole's coming to meet her dad's girlfriend. She's going to finally meet this girlfriend.
Yes, and she's telling us that there's been so much anticipation around finally meeting this girlfriend, and she just wants to finally I just want to put this behind us, So we see a montage through the years of the dad, people telling Nicole, you really should just meet the girlfriend. Just meet the girlfriend. Just meet the girlfriend. Meet the girlfriend.
And Nicole being disgusting. I'm not going to meet some child dating my father. But she's going to now. And as she remembers, we see these pink polka dot kind of pants approaching slowly. And I'm like, oh my God, this lady is going to be exactly what we think she is. The audience has already seen this woman in our minds, and it's her.
It's Jennifer Lawrence, played by Jennifer Coolidge. That's who it is. That's who approaches. It's like a double Jennifer, and the music playing is like, money. I just want the money. Just want the money. I was like, wow, that is a cynical choice of music.
That is low music department. So the dad comes in with his blonde blow up doll. I just wrote, he comes in with blonde blow up doll. I can't. I was dying. Of course, this is her. Of course it is.
And her name is Isis. Yeah. So take from that what you want.
My God.
But
of course, and she's ready for this show too. You why she's with the dad, because she's like, "Hi, Annie. I just wanted to tell you it's really good to meet you, and I wanted to bring you a gift from my all-natural spiritual skincare line." Oh my God, you're already coming on here to plug your products
already?
Yes,
she comes
Isis.
in with gifts. Okay. So we find out
she has a natural skincare line, girl. Her face is made out of melted pencil erasers. What are you talking about? If I used you, I could completely erase a page of writing with your face.
Yeah, this is not someone who does not strike me as someone who is natural. So, they're talking about it. She has no kids. And then the dad, Mike, says, well, I'm going to have kids with you or I'm going to have it with someone else. And Isis is like, excuse me, ha 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 ha. He literally tracks my period more than I do, ha ha ha. And the producer asked Nicole, so could you imagine if you both wind up pregnant together and end up sharing a delivery room? And Nicole's like, I agreed to shoot a scene with this bitch. Don't push it.
Yeah.
Do not push it.
Yeah. She's like, I'm getting a private room. I'm not sharing with this crazy person. So she's like, look, she asked the girl all these questions. And she's like, why does this 37-year-old want to be with my dad? I don't know, but who am I to judge? A person and a daughter, you're allowed to judge. I'm so sick of people being like, who are you to judge? Ronnie.
We're all allowed to judge.
Who do I need to be? I'm sorry, do I need special qualifications to judge things? Yeah. I'm a judgy bitch. That's who I am. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Maddie fucking Reese, bitch.
Yeah. L-O fucking L. So yeah. So then Nicole's like, so are you guys exclusive? And her dad's like, huh? She goes, and did I stutter? Are you exclusive? I was like, oh, wow. Wow, Nicole. Still a little feisty there. But he says to Isis, like, I'll marry her tonight. Once in a lifetime thing doesn't come out that often. See, I've changed. See?
Yeah, I'm totally different now. Okay, so then we get this shot of a lizard. This was the best shot I've ever seen of a lizard.
There were actually two lizards, but oh my God, this lizard.
This lizard was hanging on a tree, and it was just giving the biggest shit-eating grin I've ever seen. They were like, lizard, smile. And he's like... His mouth was wide open and his head was tilted hi.
That lizard was definitely every gay son who has been called to their parents' dinner party to perform some sort of monologue for all their parents' friends when they're 8 years old. That's what we've all done that. And that lizard was ready.
Yes.
And then there was a second lizard. I don't think it was the same one. There was a blue lizard that was just scampering across the asphalt. That lizard was like, no, I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah. Okay, so Julia is coming to a park and there's this weird shot of a guy from behind a bush. He's like, hi, Julia.
I know.
What are you meeting your gay friend in the cruising spot? What are we doing?
And so she's like, I have brought you guava jam. He's like, this is a Jacob's Ladder toy.
Yes, this is my childhood that I never had.
So she says,
in Russia, my job every single summer was to collect apple and raspberry and bring to grandmother, and she would throw it at my face, goat. And we would then also make raspberry jam. So for Alexia, it's the same with guava jam. So we made a Russian-Cuban hybrid.
Russian-Cuban jam. Hold on. The store shelves are about to be emptied. Hold on.
Guava. Actually, apple guava might not be bad. I like guava jam quite a bit, actually. Have you ever had guava jam?
No, I'm ignorant, actually. Can't you tell?
It's actually quite tasty.
I just think, just the sales pitch is hilarious to me. Russian-Cuban jam.
It's fusion.
Yeah. So the guy is like, oh, you want to see the goat? She's like, a goat.
I mean, what sort of question is that to ask Julia? Do you want to see a goat?
No, not really in the mood today.
Of course she wants to see the goat.
And we see that he has a lot of her farm animals, right? She's like, I'm first supplier of this farm animals. This is my goat. Hello, goat.
So Alexia joins and she's like, oh, well, this year, Julia and I got closer and we've seen different sides to each other that we really love. She got from me that she can put on a stupid orange thing for her confessionals, and then I got from her gem. So it's really good.
So then they call Adriana and they're talking. She's like, can you believe that I'm at a petting zoo? And she goes, oh, they're going to love all the cleavage, all the animals. They start laughing.
So Adriana's going to be having a party at Emilio Estefan's hotel, and she's going to sing her song. And then
what is Emilio Estefan doing? Can we have we wondered this? I mean, surely we have. I don't remember. What is he doing? What's his game plan here? Is Gloria still in the picture?
I think at this point,
is she allowing this?
He's so wealthy, he just doesn't even care. He's like, whatever.
But does he want to be on TV? Is he like, wow, this is really a musical genius?
I think, I don't understand. Maybe he's this is a backdoor thing to get someone else on TV. I don't know. He seems too rich and powerful to actually be doing anything with this show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure either. But if anybody knows, please tell us because I'm very curious. So they're talking about this party. She's going to get another scene. This is pretty good for a friend of. They've made a lot of seasons about her just singing.
Yeah,
like
really,
she gets a whole other episode about her just singing a song.
It's the same song from last season too. Like she hasn't even gotten a new song. She tried.
Oh, it's not the new song?
Maybe it is the new song. You know, it probably is that new song. So, what was that new song again? It was like, when you come to Miami, it's like sexy or something like that.
It's like the Chamber of Commerce in Miami. Every song's like, Miami's got sidewalks, sidewalks. Miami's got sidewalks, sidewalks.
Miami, you're so nice. How's that going?
We've got bike lanes in Miami.
I say it thrice. So, but really, Adriana's there to say like, oh, by the way, did you see that stuff with Michael Jordan and Larsa? Because then we see everyone reading the headline. So Alexia's reading first. Oh, well, you know, Michael Jordan, you know, has... Oh, sorry. Alexia News Network. Michael Jordan has sensationally revealed that he does not approve of 32-year-old Marcus's age gap relationship with Larsa Pippen.
Yeah. And Alexia's reading it in her reading glasses, you know. She's like, he revealed he doesn't approve. Duru. Oh, well, you know, Peter doesn't approve either.
In a video obtained by dailygoat.com, the star was asked about the pair's romance, to which he laughed. Ha ha.
And then it cuts to Gertie going, ha 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 ha.
They're just trying to find ways to include Gertie this episode since she's basically sick. And basically, the headline here is that when asked about did he approve of this relationship, Michael Jordan said, hell no.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Julie is like, well, I asked her in Mexico, and I don't know if she's lying to herself or to us about it.
And Adriana, I mean, something I feel like we've all said at one time or another, goes, I'm in a tough spot because I'm going to have to play pickleball later.
And sure enough, she does. So now we're at an indoor pickleball court. Although Adriana actually tells us that the game they're playing is padel, which is different from pickleball. But she's like, well, we don't know the difference. We can't play either one of them. Notably, I saw that Kiki was wearing Larsa's necklace around her neck. Did you see that?
There she is. See, she's trying to be supportive.
It's a good friend.
So then it's only three of them playing this game, whatever it is. They're terrible at it. Shocker. And Kiki's just going, this game is like too many crooked dicks.
Everyone looks at me and thinks she's so tall, she must play basketball and tennis. I'm like, no, I don't like sports. I don't do sports. I don't want to be sweaty unless I'm giving head.
Nah. So then Larsa's like, oh my God, you guys, like, look at like the flowers that like Marcus like got me, like, I feel like.
You know what's like really sweet, like one of the cards he said, like he got me said, like, you're a great mom and a great wife.
Yeah, that's like what he put like on the card, like.
And they're like, so Adriana just goes, oh, okay. So did you see the video? She goes,
nah, like what like video, like what? Huh?
Michael Jordan.
What? Who? Steve?
Yeah, no, like Michael Jordan. You know, like the Marcus's father.
No.
You know, like he's like a sports icon.
No.
Like one of the most famous people like ever in the world. You know, like the best of his like basketball.
Oh, Michael Jordan, right.
Yeah.
Dad?
So he
Dad,
said,
I call him Dad.
Yeah, so like in the video, like
Yeah?
he like did not he was saying he did not approve of you, you know.
Oh, no. I saw the video, like I saw the video you're talking about, and like in that video he was like laughing. He was like, ha 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 ha.
So then Kiki picks up, she's like, I'm watching. He sounds very serious when he said that.
No, like look, you can tell he's like laughing, like look.
No, I'm pretty sure he's serious.
He's like, haha.
And now he's lifting his middle finger and saying, F Larsa Pippen.
Fluff her. Fluff Larsa Pippen.
No, and now he's taking a picture of you and tearing it in half.
Oh my God, like he wants to like tear into my heart because like I'm going to be his daughter soon.
And now he's stamping on it and lighting it on fire.
Oh my God, the flames of my love for my new daughter are never going to go out, like.
And now he's looked directly into the camera and said, Larsa Pippen will never be my daughter-in-law.
Yeah, because like he's like, she's going to like be my daughter because like, it's like what's the in-law about? Like she's like good enough to be my daughter. And then that means she's going to marry my son, which means like I love incest now. It was like a really good interview.
But she kept on saying, no, he was like laughing like, look, he's like laughing. I'm like, if he was laughing, it was because he thinks the entire concept of you is ridiculous.
Yeah, he thinks this is so stupid. He cannot believe that you have the gall to be like flaunting this shit all over the place.
Yes.
And so Kiki's like, well, I like that neither one of them are letting her get off the hook. Adriana says she tries to say it's not really happening because like, if I don't know about it, then it's not true. I have little Kardashian voice, so you have to. And Kiki's like, I don't understand. You say he's okay with it, but then he says he's not okay with it, so who's lying?
Yeah.
Like, this is like really embarrassing to me. Like, if anyone should talk about whatever his name is, because I don't even know who he is. Like, I don't even think about that. It should be his son, not me.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to, like, feel like I'm on trial with my
Yeah,
friends.
like, yeah. That's all I have to say to me. Like to myself right now, I feel like I would say, like, XYZ. Yeah, like.
I would even go to a different part of the alphabet. I'd be like, GH, I like, and this and that. Like,
But, like, I don't even want to, like, call him by name right now because, like, I'm over him. Michael Jordan's his name. He's really famous. I'm going to have his money when he dies.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Like, when I started dating his son, I wasn't even thinking about how this would actually kind of, like, hurt Scotty. That was, like, nothing I even thought about, like.
And that's it.
Yep, that was it. So next week, we have the season finale. I mean, Miami and Beverly Hills did have the same premiere date, so it makes sense that they end on the same night. So we're going to see how this finale goes. It looks like there's a big drama happening. Gertie, shaves her head for her chemo and then rips off her wig, which is very reminiscent of Aviva all those years ago with her leg. But, I think the context is going to be quite different this time around.
Yeah, but way more serious.
Way more serious. It's going to be good. Loving this season. So good. So excited to see everyone at the Crappies this weekend. I'm so excited for us. It's going to be great. And we'll hope to buy our tickets, watchwhatcrappens.com, and we will catch you at the Crappies, actually. Bye. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Strolling the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Erin McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. She's never scary, it's the Green Fairy. Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
She's the wind beneath our Jennifer Wing.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She's quite the catch, it's Victoria Cotchett.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. Like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Academy is a new scripted podcast that follows Ava Richards, played by HBO's Industries' Myha'la Herald, a brilliant scholarship student who has to quickly adapt to her newfound eat-or-be-eaten world. Ava's ambitions take hold and her small-town values break in hopes of becoming the first scholarship student to make the list. Bishop Gray's all-coveted academic top 10, curated by the headmaster himself. But after realizing she has no chance at the list on her own, she reluctantly accepts an invitation to a secret underground society that pulls the strings on campus life and academic success. If she bends to their will, she'll have everything she's ever dreamed of. But at what cost? Academy takes you into the world of a cutthroat private school where power, money, and sex collide in a game of life and death. Follow Academy on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge all episodes of Academy early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.